Here are the 37 money making secrets to selling PDFs today. So, we're going to start with number one, idea generation. So, you want to start with problems, not passions. You want to solve what people are Googling in frustration. The problems, insecurities, pain points. They put this on Google. That's what you want to solve. Okay? The real gold is in solving problems people face every single day. When you fix what frustrates someone, they'll gladly pay you for the solution, like how to stop, overeating, or how to get rid of love handles, things people are insecure about, problem solving solutions. That's what people want in a PDF, and that's what sells, right? So an example, a strategy you can do is you can use Google autocomplete plus Reddit. So you would type niche and then how to, and then just see what pops up on Google. So you would write, let's say, uh, weight loss, how to lose weight around the hips, and see what pops up. And those pre filled search terms are what people actually look for. And those are what you want your PDF to be. And by doing that, you can also see Reddit threads of people and their problems. Just those Reddit threads alone have gold. You can literally build a PDF off of a very highly upvoted Reddit post, right? So just type something in, niche, how to, and just see what comes up on Google. That's the first step to finding a niche for your PDF. Okay, so you want to look for what annoys people. Okay, annoyance, urgency, you'll make sales. Those two things. So we're going to use AI tools to brainstorm pain points. Tools like ChatGPT, which you may know of, also Claude. They can spit out dozens of niche specific problems instantly, right? AI can generate dozens of problems in seconds. He's basically your research assistant working 24/7 just for you. You can literally go on ChatGPT and type in, give me tons of niche specific problems in the world of dating. Give me tons of niche specific problems in the world of weight loss. The list goes on, right? So something else you can do too is you can go on Amazon.com and you can spy on the book titles in your niche because they're proven to sell, right? You can see the reviews, you can see they're ranked as bestseller, and then you want to reverse engineer their topics, okay? These are proven titles, they're SEO ranked, they're battle tested, optimized, and proven to sell, right? These are listings that have made hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. Okay, so for example, the Total Money Makeover, a proven plan for financial fitness, or I will teach you to be rich, no guilt, no excuses, or you are a badass at making money, master the mindset of wealth. So these are proven titles in the wealth niche, right? So you want to extract from these. Proven plan is a keyword. People want a tested system. No guilt, so emotional pain point, insecurity. Master the mindset, psychology, right? And you want to put that together. You also want to use low confident niches. Okay, so dating after 40, single moms, neurodivergent routines. The more specific, the better, right? You can be super specific and you'll find a buyer. That's what's beautiful about selling problem solving PDFs. So, Pinterest trends are a gold mine. So, Pinterest users, they're like planners. They like to plan things. They make pins, they make boards, and then they buy. So, what do you give someone who's a planner? You sell them a guide. So, you want to solve problems people are too embarrassed to talk about. So, let's say social anxiety, first time mom being overwhelmed, digital decluttering if you're a student. The quieter the problem, the louder the need. Social anxiety, first time overwhelming, digital chaos. These are problems people whisper about. They don't talk about them out loud. They desperately want them solved. Most insecurities people will not talk about are usually the best sellers when it comes to PDFs. So now we're at the step of creating a PDF like so, a problem solving PDF. You want to use AI to help you write the outline, which will save you hours. So go on ChatGPT and type in a prompt like create a 5-page guide on enter niche. Because AI can draft your outline in minutes, saving you hours of mental energy. You'll work smarter, not harder. Right? So answer number one, clear question per page. How do I do X? And then answer it. Because simplicity sells. One page, one solution. Your readers don't want complexity, they just want clarity that changes their day, right? Just the vehicle to their solution. And for the design, keep it simple. It doesn't need to be fancy. You can literally use Canva or a Notion style minimalist layout like so. Minimalist simplicity sells. You're not creating art for a museum. Keep it clear and clean, and that's basically what sells. So, for example, Canva templates are your best friend. You also want to make it skimmable. Use big bold headers and short paragraphs. Something someone can skim through and they see the keywords, the big bold letters, short summary words, and they can skim through it and learn quickly. Your readers are very short attention span, so that's why I say big headers, short paragraphs. They scan quickly. They'll get value in 5 minutes of reading. That's what people want. Also, if you want to have more value, you can add a checklist, cheat sheet, or a bonus at the end. So your $5 PDF is actually worth like $50. It feels like a deal. It's a little more value, right? So if you're doing how to be, how to survive as a new mom, you can have a checklist of how to take care of your kid, and it's a bonus in the PDF. Also, keep your cheap ebooks 5 to 10 pages max. They want fast wins. They don't want ebooks that they don't finish, right? Don't give them homework. They want something they can skim through. And this goes for PDFs that you're going to sell for $5 to $10. You could have a PDF that's $30 and have it 30 pages, but for these cheap ones to make quick sales and build that volume every day of sales, you can keep them really small. Also, you can reuse the same template. You don't have to reinvent, just swap the niche and problem. Okay, so don't reinvent the wheel every time. You have one template like so, that's a Canva template. All you have to do is swap out the text and the headers and the short paragraphs like we talked about and just put in a new niche. Simple as that. Duplicate, swap niche, rinse and repeat. Now we're going to go on to pricing strategies. So you want to price it between $5 and $19. These are impulse buy zones, high conversion. This is the sweet spot, low enough for people to buy without thinking, but it's high enough they feel valuable. So impulse buys is basically how you have daily PDF sales where the customer doesn't have to think about it, they just pay. So $5 to $19. So let's say you make 200 PDF sales for $5 in a month, right? So you're making about $1,000 a month. Or if you sell 100 at $19, now even again, you're at $1,000 a month. Okay, so the volume adds up for these cheap prices, and this is for many. Here we have a PDF right here, it's 26 months old, but it consistently makes 500 a month, right? So back to back, year over year, it's longevity. So all you have to do to amplify the passive income is just add more of these listings. It's not about just having one listing that makes 1K a month. You want to have multiple PDFs and they all add up, and then you're making 10, 20K a month, right? Now, if you manage it properly, I'm going to show you here. This is a super successful store that scaled and it made about $324,000. So in the beginning, you want your PDFs to like just cover bills or groceries, just, kind of be that little side income. And eventually you want to be like this store. As you can see here, 78,000 sales, making more than $250,000. Huge store. That's kind of your goal, your end goal when it comes to selling PDFs. Something else you can do too is you can offer a bundle of 3 to 5 PDFs, cheap small ones, all in one, and that will increase the cart value by 2 to 3x, which also means you can charge more because the customer sees they're getting multiple PDFs for the price of $15, right? It's a win-win. It feels like a deal to the customer. They're going to want to pay. It takes a few minutes to, not long to make one PDF. So just make a few at once, change some text, some thumbnails, put into a bundle, start selling it. You also want to test price on different platforms. Etsy, Gumroad, Shopify, they all have a different psychology. Etsy has a lot of traffic for you. So there's more competition, so you're going to be a bit more cheaper on Etsy, which is more of a volume game. Gumroad and Shopify, you have to direct the traffic using TikTok and Instagram traffic, whether it's organic or not. And you have more control of those brands. So there you can charge way higher than Etsy, but again, you have to pay for ads. With Etsy, you get the traffic, but you have to charge lower. You see how there's pros and cons, but obviously in this case, I always advise if you're new to this, just stick to Etsy, and later on when you want to brand your own store, you can then go on Shopify. You also want to run limited discounts. Use scarcity to nudge indecisive buyers, right? Scarcity isn't manipulation, it's like motivation. You want to give people a reason to act right now and pay, get that impulse buy, not someday later and they forget. Okay. So now we're going to get to the making sales section. So you want to use Etsy SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. You want to add keywords people actually search for. So your titles, your tags, your descriptions, you want to master keywords. And when you do that, you have visibility on the Etsy search pages, right? Traffic is already there. You have to just show up for what people search for and they'll buy your PDF. It's pretty straightforward. You also want to use problem-based titles like tired of pain. Here's your step-by-step fix, right? No one wakes up wanting a PDF. You have to show them the problems they're going through, speak to the pain, offer the cure, and that's how they're going to buy the PDF. You want to make thumbnails, the images in your listings, that's called a thumbnail, that shows results. So meal planners for moms who work full-time. Your thumbnail is your first impression. Make it crystal clear who it's for and what transformation it delivers. That's what your thumbnail has to be, the transformation. Yo, you work full time, here are the meal plans as a busy mom. Sell the transformation. You want to sell benefits, not features. Instead of includes 12 pages, say helps your meal prep in under 20 minutes. 12 pages means nothing. Meal prep in under 20 minutes changes someone's life. You're selling the outcome, not the ingredients. These are the core rules when it comes to selling a PDF. You then can use AI to write product descriptions and then clear keyword-rich and readable titles. So AI writes clear keyword-rich copy in seconds and it does all the work for you. You just have to tell it what you're selling and it will make the titles, the tags, and the descriptions. You want to create urgency with words like today, finally, no more waiting, right? These aren't just words, they're emotional triggers. They tell your customer the solution isn't months away, it's right here, right now. Get that impulse buy and make those sales. So now we're going to go to scaling the profits. So you want to offer templates inside the PDF, worksheets, schedules, fill-ins. Buyers like plug and play, or as you know, copy paste. People don't want to think, they just want to fill in blanks and get results. So give them worksheets and watch your value skyrocket, which is why I said earlier, just have a bonus of like a cheat sheet. They want to fill in sheets and feel like they're really changing their life. And again, you can reuse one PDF topic across multiple niches. If you have a budget planner, that budget planner PDF can now be sold to the mom niche, the college students niche, freelancers niche, or even ADHD. The list goes on. It's infinite applications. A budget planner for moms is also for students, freelancers, ADHD planners. You can literally just go across every single niche and see which one sticks. You then want to automate Etsy with an AI combo. AI makes content, Etsy handles the traffic, you handle nothing, right? So AI creates the content, Etsy delivers the traffic, you paste your PDF, and you basically literally watch as passive income starts flowing into your store. That's the beauty of PDFs on Etsy. They just kind of sell for you. Once you're listed, you basically sit back and let it sell. Something else you can do too for more advanced options is you can upsell a Notion version or a Canva file. So more formats, more value. So if you're selling a PDF, you can also include another format where they can log into Canva and make it editable to their liking. More features, more value, right? Now, another thing you can do too is once they buy, you can collect emails for future launches. So a thank you page in your PDF at the bottom, thank you for buying, leave me a 5-star, opt in, give me your email for future relationship building to give more products, right? You're building your customer base for your PDFs. So now we're going to go to mindset and strategy. Done is better than perfect. So a ugly $5 PDF can still change someone's life. Even though it may not look good, it doesn't matter. It's still, if there's value in there, it can change someone's life and people will be happy with it. So don't assume that it's ugly, it's $5. What matters is the value inside. Your work experience is actually your product package, what you've already overcome. If you've solved problems others are facing, you could just package your struggles into someone else's shortcut and sell that PDF, right? Whatever's in your head, put that into a PDF and sell. That works very well too. You are the expert of your past struggles. You don't need to be an expert, you just need to be a few steps ahead of the buyer, right? Even if you figured out what they're struggling with, you're qualified enough. It's as simple as that. Okay? A boring PDF makes money. Think about that. The boring stuff sells. Weekly cleaning schedule PDF for the pet owners. Okay? No one's getting excited about that, but that's why it sells. It's boring and it's problems like that need solutions and people pay for them because many pet owners wanting a weekly cleaning schedule based on how their pets make a ton of fur on the couch and furniture. So it's boring, but people need solutions. And again, right, there's no following needed for this. When you sell on Etsy, it brings the traffic with the right titles. Okay, we're talking about like 390 to 400 million visits in early 2025, and it's going to be even higher by the end of the year. So the traffic is there. You just have to position it in front of the right buyer. Okay, and there's no showing your face. You can be anonymous. It's the perfect business to do and sell PDFs, right? You don't want to show your face, perfect. PDFs sell on value, not personality. You stay private and you still profit. You can be faceless and have best-selling PDFs that sell in some of the most random niches possible, okay? And just remember this, one single PDF can sell forever. You're not starting a brand, you're basically building a library of tiny automated assets like digital real estate that keep making a return every single year. They keep selling over and over again if you do everything correctly and it's ranked and it's people actually buy it. You can sell, right? I showed you above 26 months, 30 months, 40-month old listings that keep selling year over year. You build it once and it sells over and over again. So what if I can build you a PDF business that guarantees sales where you don't pay? We actually are an agency and we do this full time. We actually have a link down below. If you're interested, you can book a call with my right-hand man. He can explain to you how this would work. We build you the business and the sales are guaranteed or you don't pay. I've done this for many people, okay? We have tons of students. You can check our wins. And if you're interested, check the link down below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And yeah, see you in the next video.